Hi everyone. Now in this video we are going to see about the mechanical actuation system. So in the subject of mechatronics, the fourth module we are seeing the actuation system and what is the function of this actuation systems and what are the mechanical actuation systems in this. So mechanical normally an actuation system is the one which is used for transformation of one motion into another motion. Okay, so mechanical devices also it's very important in any industrial or any works whatever it is in the mechatronic system. First, this mechanical actuation is very important, that is to transfer one form of into another form. So normally a linear motion to rotary motion or rotary motion to linear motion by with the help of some mechanical elements using linkage, cams and gears, we are going to transfer the linear motion into rotary motions. Rack and pinion also there, that rotary motion into linear motion it will help. So like this the actuations happens for the any what is the output we require. According to the output we are going to use some different kind of components for the conversion of one form to another form, right? So here in this mechanical systems, mainly it is used for the amplification, force amplification and change of speeds. So if you want to lift a load for more weightage, so how to make it simpler? So for this we use some lever mechanisms. So shifting of the load from one place to another place, so by using some lever mechanism which is force, by applying a lesser force which is magnified into a bigger force for lifting the loads, and as well as for speed control. If I want to make a minimum it's a rotation to increase the speed or to decrease the speed, whatever available, by using the available speed we can increase or decrease with the help of some different kinds of gears. So this type of gears and levers, it will help us to make the functions is whatever required. And automatic nowadays in automatic washing machine, automatic cameras, so there everywhere the mechanical system is in use, where the movement of the slides and everything will be controlled in mechanical uh, concepts only. So in by using this rotation of about one axis rotations, so belt is used, chains or used, chains, belt, gears, or all the some types of mechanisms which are used for the conversion of one form of energy to another form, that is movement, motion, one form of motion to another form of motion, rotary to linear or linear to rotary, like that. So kinematics is playing a very important role in any mechatronics devices or any devices where the mechanical functions can be done with the help of motions. So by using the linkages we are going to study the kinematics. It's a study of motion with recording the forces. Okay, so how this happens in the kinematics, you can see some different mechanisms and motions. So there are change of the direction of movement, so I can rotate clockwise into anti-clockwise direction, or vertical to horizontal, horizontal to vertical, and axis movements, that what perpendicular axis to parallel axis, nearby parallel axis, inclined axis, like that axis movements can be done with the help of one single movement. We can run another component which is having different angles, and transmitting of motion, force to motion. Just we are applying a force in a bicycle, you can see we are giving load by giving a force, that it is converted into a motion of the vehicle, like it will be happening. So these are all the some types of motions and the mechanisms which are involved, mainly the translation and the rotational motion. So x y is the direction, and it's a rotation on x and y is the direction. So any component which is having and this is a, we call it as a degree of freedom, it can move linearly and it can rotate in the axis. So a ball in the space, imagine a ball in the space, there is no constraint at all. The ball can move in x direction, y direction and z direction as well. It can rotate in x, y and z directions. So a ball in the space which is having a 6 degrees of freedom, if we want to control only one particular movement, then we have to make some constraints. So with the help of the constraints, we can arrest the other degrees of freedom and we can do it. In this case, you can see a slider mechanism where the slide is can move only in x-axis, so that it can move linearly, but it cannot rotate in the A side, in the diagram A. As well as in the B, you can see joint which is having a one translational degree of freedom with one rotational degree of freedom. So here the in B, rotational is also a possibility of joining by using a rotational link over here. So this method, by using links and joints, we can do different mechanisms. So kinematic chain is the one which it's a linkages of different, it's a joining of, okay, when we are joining two or three links together, and we can make some links which is fixed, we can make one link is fixed, other can make some different movements. So link is capable of moving relative to the neighboring links. One link is capable of moving another nearby links. So with the help of links and nodes, we can make kinematic chain. So the kinematic chain, you can see with here two or three links will be given. So in this link with two nodes, link with three nodes and four nodes, the nodes are the areas where we can join on the remaining another links. Okay, so the lever, cranks, connecting rods, pistons are the examples of the links. So in piston IC engines also, we can use this slider crank mechanism, where piston is moved with when it's getting rotated. When the shaft is getting rotated, the crankshaft, it gets rotated. The connecting rod which is connected to the piston, it moves up and down. So in this case, you can see a fixed frame is there, where the crankshaft is rotated. And when the crankshaft is rotated, number one is the crank which is in the crankshaft. When the crank is rotated along with the crankshaft, the connecting rod which is connected with the piston, number 4 is the piston, and 2 is the connecting rod. When the crank rotate fully, the connecting rods move up and oscillates along with it, and the reciprocating motion of the piston takes place. So when the reciprocation movement of the piston takes place, automatically it will help for the compression purpose and combustion. The similarly, when after the combustion takes place, the power stroke takes, and again it pushes the connecting rod downward, so that the rotation of the crankshaft takes place. So the combination of the crank slider mechanism, the rotary to linear and the linear to rotary, is possible by these linkages. So and moreover, if further the links, we are fixing some further links in different links, so you will get different mechanism. Here the double crank mechanism and the lever crank mechanism, like this. By fixing another mechanism and by changing the length of the links, we will get different mechanisms over here. And this is one cine film advanced machine mechanism, where the crank 1 and 3 are rotating in a manner that it will make the rod number 2 is just to make a link with this film, and it will move advancing the film. So by seeing this picture, we can come to know that when the crank rotates, the crank 1 is rotates in that crankshaft, that it will, which is connected with the link 2, so that it will move. But due to the constraint, another constraint 3 with the distance, so it will oscillate to some extent. So the end of the number 2 will make a connection with this film and film roll. It will move back and forth, so that releasing, so picking and releasing will be happen. So that will be helping in advancing a material or advancing a film in that technologies. This type of mechanism used. And the slider crank mechanism, as I said, it is used for moving reciprocating motion and linear, that is rotary to reciprocating motion. When the crank rotates for half distance, the piston is moved from top dead center to bottom dead center, and when again the crank rotates from the bottom to top. Once again the another half rotation, this piston moves from bottom dead center to top dead center. So the to and fro motion of the piston takes place with the help of the crank. So we call it as crank and slider mechanism. So in the this is the how the pistons or IC engines functions with the help of this. And in the next we will see about the cams functions.